So this video is for the people who keep making alter egos out of my traumas. I mentioned that I had a stroke, and the reason I had a stroke is because I got punched when I was a kid, and then I didn't get the proper medical treatment because we were in a poor country. But yeah, I moved to Canada, and I was experimenting with different clothes and stuff. And then I didn't realize why I was wearing a lot of red, like a lot of red, right? So if you can't resonate, if you didn't go through what I went through, you don't have the right to take my traumas and make money off of it, okay? So, when you are in a survival mode, you tend, I wouldn't say survival mode, but, when you're just utilizing your trauma on your own, okay? Because this is my body, how I express my traumas, that's for me, it's not for you. So, I just have this gift, right? Again, I got punched, I was bleeding a lot, and then I had a blood clot, and the blood clot traveled and it went to my left side of my brain. So the way I was dealing with it, before I knew I even had a stroke, maybe my body was trying to tell me something, again, because I express myself through fashion and makeup, just beauty, right? And when you express yourself through hobbies and stuff, your body tends to tell you something through your art. So I ended up using a lot of red clothes for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But this whole time I didn't know I was literally, communicating that I wouldn't say trauma bond, but I'm healing with fashion, with those colors, like red, right? Dark red, right? And I feel like some women or some girls, they don't know how to manage their own emotions, you know what I mean? So because I did get a lot of attention off of my trauma, again, I created that for me, and then my intention was not to get attention. I was just expressing myself. That's how I express my traumas, whatever you want to call it. I turn it into positive. Again, it's not for you. So my alter ego for that, the name that I came up with is Dreamy with 2 Y's, okay? Sarah with an S, right? And yeah, so one of my friends was pointing out that I look sexy in my clothes. That was not intended for you. So I don't know why you took that part of my personality and made this whole ass ultra rap ego. I didn't give you that permission. Are you sure you want to steal that part of me? Again, because I survived the stroke, baby girl. Don't challenge me. Or should I say baby boy? Because you look like a boy. You don't even look like me, okay? So stay in your lane. I never asked you to speak for me, okay? And the thing is, I am not racist, but I don't like it when people see how I'm dressed? Does that look hood for you? No, bro, it doesn't. So who told you that I'm only representing hood rats? I want to know, I want to know, you know what I mean? Because I have friends from different backgrounds, right? But you took that part of me and you're trying to literally just put me in a circle, in the hood. I'm not from there. I never told you I was from there, right? See my name up there? It's very similar to your alter ego. Why are you so triggered? And the thing is, because I'm mainly Arabic, right? And then I got my blood from my Arabic side, from my Saudi Arabia, right? And then one of my friends, or the exotical communities, they're pointing out that she is South Sudanese, but whatever, right? I do have South Sudanese in me, right? And South Sudan separated, I'm trying to be politically correct, But she's the one that bringing politics into this, Why would she take my Arabic blood and turn it black, like even like African Americans, they don't care about Sudan politics because it's not their country. Why would they care, right? It's weird. The thing is, South Sudan separated, right? They got their independence. So what's the problem? There's North Sudan for a reason. North Sudan are mainly Arab. That's exactly why you guys separated, right? So why are you complaining? Why are you copying me? Why do you care that I am representing my Arabic side? It is what it is, And I don't hate South Sudanese. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't hate anybody else. I'm just living my best life. And then people come out of nowhere and then they get mad at me. Like, bro, it's always someone unambiguous that's triggered by a mixed girl, Why is that? I never asked you to take my feminine Arabic side and turn it masculine. I don't care you're masculine. I don't give a fuck. Rap all you want. Tour. I don't care, right? And I'm doing my own thing, you're doing your own thing. What's the problem? And my only concern is I never gave you the permission to take my alter ego and turn it into that. I never gave you that, There's a reason why I say dreamy Sarah. I like being delusional sometimes. Deadass, And when I say delusional, I'm talking about being feminine and just being creative and not being, just too egotistical like what you're doing right now, because I'm not competing and you're using my body as a competition. Because you're saying, she's black, Again, I have black in me. I never, said, black people are bad or whatever. But you're saying that, you're implying that you're saying that the black side of me is winning. Why are you saying that? I never asked you to take my body and make it a competition. I never asked you that. This girl created her alter ego, or part of my alter ego, when I created a Facebook page, writing poetries and stuff, dreamy Sarah. I have a Facebook page and I was like writing, poetries, lyrics and stuff like that. And then of course, there's this girl who is half Dinka and half Katoria. By the way, I have Katoria in me and Dinka in me, right? She was calling me crazy. She's like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? This is my page, I'm here to express the dark side of me. I could write poetries however I want to. Like, why are you calling me crazy? It's weird. And then next thing you know, because it's this shaming tactics, right? After they call you crazy and now they're copying your alter ego and stuff. Like, it's really weird, you guys. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? And the girl that was saying that, that was calling me crazy or whatever, she, like, literally speaks Arabic. She practiced Arabic culture. And then in the same breath, she hates women who have Arabic genetics in them, I literally saw her like in 2010 when I was 16 or 15. This girl was just like obsessing over this Arab guy from the north, Like, what do you want? You get separated, right? What's your problem, Like, literally, she practiced Arabic culture. She teaches her kid Arabic. And then at the same time, you hate women who have Arabic genetics in them, It's weird. The thing is, if you guys know about Sudan, Sudan as a whole, north and south, okay? No one, say like the South Sudanese or, the people from north, people say Arabs, settled there, blah, blah, blah. Same with South Sudanese. They're not from Sudan originally, They are from West Africa. They migrated from Senegal. And then they complained they're Arabs there. And here are the original people, which I have in my genetics, by the way. They are called Nuba, right? Why aren't they complaining like you are complaining? You know what I mean? When South Sudan separated, the Nubas still stayed in the north, right? So I want to know, why are you complaining more than the indigenous of the Sudanese or South Sudan, whatever, right? Anyways, you don't, say like, oh, this culture is oppressing me, but at the same time, and you're practicing the culture, and you're speaking the language, and the capital city is called Juba, which means the south, in Arabic, you know, and the national language is Arabic. Are you sure you're part of an African country? It's weird, right? Again, I'm not talking shit about all South Sudanese people, but the ones that are harassing me for no reason, you know what I mean? Anyways, and this didn't happen like when Sudan was, one country, but it happened when it became successful. Why is it when I become successful, that's when people nitpick where I'm from? It's weird. Speaking from my Nuba side, which is the indigenous of Sudan, right? My experience with other West Africans, aka Nigerians. So at one point, Sudan was the largest country in Africa, right? I don't know. This is just something that I'm like, learning or just something I'm analyzing, okay? So with like every West African, particularly like Nigerians, that tend to be very competitive. They just want to be the first African person. They want to be the first leader and all of that stuff, right? Again, because I mentioned that South Sudanese, they complain more than the Nubas, in terms of like, Arabs being there and stuff like that, And then the country separated, and now, what's the largest African country in Africa, right? Yeah, you guessed it. It's in West Africa. Are you sure you're fighting for Africans? Or you just want to be the largest African country? Because I literally, like, I'm not making this up, okay? Why are you still complaining? You separated, Do you want improvements on both countries? Like, you know what I mean? You want development on both countries? You literally have your own country. You're not developing it, but you're still complaining about me over here, right? Why is that? It's weird. Why do you care that I'm taking my traumas and utilizing it? It's very sketchy, And why did the Nubas stayed with the North and they didn't separate with the South? I want to know. Why is that? If there's problems, so-called problems in North Sudan, why didn't they go with the South, but they stayed with the North instead, with the Arabs? Those are Africans, Buntus. They have broad features, Buntus, I swear. It's very weird. Y'all have some answering to do, okay? You should have or not have, I don't know. When you harass me, I'm just gonna read your psyche, that's all, Again, I'm not covered with alter egos, and I'm not alter ego, but I'm not egotistical. So I have a clear judgment. So, yeah. So, because I share the Dinka genetics from the South and the Nuba genetics, right? If I say I want to improve, Sudan, North Sudan, and the South, why are you triggered? Because someone is getting triggered. Like, a lot of people got triggered, right? It's weird. It's very sketchy, right? It's maybe like the so-called model. I'm not even going to mention who she is. This so-called model, Like, I just don't get it, Do you want to elevate the West African phenotype? Because again, people say beauty is a social power, so and I'm using my beauty, aka my social power, to improve Sudan because we have a lot of resources there, you know. And as the indigenous, of Sudan, and me being, having Arabic genetics and stuff. But yeah, I do have the right to improve those countries if I want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. And since I come from a powerful family, then yeah, I could do whatever I want to, especially if I want to bring positivity to the country or countries. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. This is not a competition, okay? I'm not about to practice like the first African country, the first, black person, blah, blah, that bullshit. I don't like that. I don't like when other people have, this a cult like, I just don't. I don't like it, okay? If I want to bring change to Sudan and South Sudan, then I will do it, you know? But yeah. And then why did I have a stroke? Right? You guys know it was that West African girl, the Nigerian girl, that hit me on my forehead, which is Arab forehead anyways. And I was bleeding a lot, you know. It's weird, Are you jealous that Sudanese people can get along with Arabs? They can, understand the culture and stuff, not come off disrespectful? Is that why you're doing that? Because, Arab settles, Arab people settled there a long time ago in Sudan. They can, I don't know. It's weird, Anyways, me personally, I don't go out and ask women why they're masculine. I don't do that. So why are you guys triggered that I'm feminine? It's weird, Yeah. So my Sudanese side, say like my Nuba side, right? I tend to be shy because a lot of people like, she's so shy. I don't want to make eye contact. So like the bottom of my eye, or like the skin on the bottom of my eye, that is like where I got my Nuba side. And then my eyelids is Turkish, right? And then I think that's why like I don't want to make eye contact because I'm shy, and I got that from my Nuba side. So it goes well with two personalities, like the Arab woman and the Nuba woman, right? But anyways, it's very sketchy. Like I don't go out and ask women why they're masculine, but they're over here asking me why I'm feminine, Just goes to show you how people can be jealous of your friendships with other countries. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Same with like another girl. She is from South Sudan, particularly the Katoria tribe. So again, same type of mindset. She complains that, or her family, they complain about like Black Lives Matter, blah blah blah, and they're speaking for Sudanese people. You know what I mean? And guess what she does, right? After the country separated from North, right? You said you don't want to practice Arab culture, right? And then you go get pregnant by an Indian guy knowing his culture. And guess what she does? She goes on Facebook, right? My dad has Indian in him. That's why his hair is so thick. Same with my sister and my little brother. Right? My dad is from the North, by the way. North Sudanese and South, right? Anyways, she goes on Facebook, complains. She says, oh, he doesn't want to show me to his family. He doesn't want to take pictures with me. He got me pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, you just separated, right? You don't want that culture. Why would you do that, knowing that that's his part of his culture? If he doesn't want to be with a black girl, then that's his business. Why do you, like, you know what? Some people, they like to just complain for no reason. And I think she was just trying to, like, get into other black people's head. You know what I mean? She was trying to make him look bad. Again, like, I don't take sides, but I see it from all sides, right? So after you separated, after you said you want freedom, like from, say, like Semitic, right? Why would you go get pregnant and then complain again? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like it's really weird, and it's really sketchy. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you guys know about say like Arab culture or Indian culture, I think she's just like comparing the black culture and the Semitic culture. Say like with Indian culture, there's like arranged marriage and stuff like that, right? That's their tradition. They should do it by all means if they want to, right? And then same with Arab. Like I know that like you're not supposed to have sex before marriage, right? Quran and stuff, right? And in the black community, it's okay to have like baby daddies and baby mama or all of that stuff, right? So, I think she's comparing the two, like, like accept my culture by force, again, egotistical, again, because like Semitic women, I noticed they're very like submissive to their husbands. Me, for one, I'm like that. Right? I'm not gonna do anything without my husband's permission. Am I being oppressed? Absolutely not. I just know my role as a woman, right? But yeah, if I'm in that guy's shoes, right, knowing that I practice, say arranged marriage, whatever, because guys have egos, right? So of course they're gonna respect their culture. So why would I go on Facebook and disrespect him? Like, it's weird. That's your child's father. Why would you do that? I think, here's my theory, okay? She just wants a rich baby daddy. That's all. That's all. You guys, not it's social status. She just wants the paycheck, and that's it. The reason I brought this girl up is because her cousin, her dusty ass cousin, her bold ass, dusty ass cousin, I can say that because they were talking shit about me, right? He was literally harassing me. He's a colorist, meaning he's one of those black guys that only dates women who are lighter than him for status reason, right? So I remember when I was like 17, I was talking to my husband at that time, okay? And my husband is mixed like me, okay? I'm not even talking. I already had children. I already had children with him. And by the way, our first daughter, she looks 100% Indian, right? Anywho, he would like ask me, just hang out with me, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with him. This guy's ugly. He's not my type. I was not attracted to him. And I was trying to be politically correct. Looking back, I should have like cursed him out, right? But anyways, I'm like, I'm busy now and I'm sick, blah, blah, blah. And I had a stroke at the time, okay? Yeah, so anyways, so fast forward in 2016, when I was like 22, we started hanging out. Nothing serious. We were not romantically involved, but he started to get too attached, and I'm like, deuces. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to have your child. I don't want to have your bold ass child. Status reason again. If you are going to, analyze my body type, my body parts, because I look exotic and you are 100% black, and you want the status again, because dudes have egos, right? They want to say, oh, I have a mixed girlfriend, or a girlfriend that's lighter than me, blah, 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 because again, it's a form of status when you marry outside of your tribe and all of that shit. But anyways, right? I ended up saying, no, I don't want to be in this shenanigans. And guess what they did? They harassed the shit out of me. I swear to God. The girl that I mentioned, her sister, and other South Sudanese people, to the point where I had to shut down my Facebook for a while. Like, it was crazy, you guys. Imagine, you reject someone and then the whole tribe comes after you. Like, it was the most horrible experience of my life. Like, oh my gosh. Then I was telling my mom because I was so stressed out by him just harassing me. I swear, I move, I see his car just driving past my house. You know, it was very creepy. And he goes where I go, like to the library. It was horrible, right? But yeah, I was telling my mom, and then she was like, you know, there's another like Filipino girl. You know, she's half Filipina, I think. Her dad is Filipino. When you guys see her, she looks 100% Filipino, right? And then, you know, he was abusing her. That was his ex-girlfriend. And my mom was telling me that he was like literally taking money from her, you know. And then she's like, he's not good news, right? So she's like, stay away from him. And then he had another girlfriend who was Ethiopian. My mom is Ethiopian. My mom knows everything. And then, you know, he was talking shit about her and then his whole family. He was saying how, you know, the girl, she goes to the club, she doesn't cook or clean for him. That's what he does. As soon as he doesn't get his way, or say like he goes to those cultures, same like his cousin, like the girl that I mentioned, the one with the baby daddy, Indian baby daddy. Anyways, you know, as soon as they don't get their way, they just like smear your name. But yeah, they do go to the culture that are say like women who are submissive, so that he can abuse them and take stuff from them. Like, it's very weird, right? But yeah, so one day, like when he picked me up from the library, when we were hanging out before he started harassing me, when I cut him off, he was like trying to play into my emotions. He was like, oh my gosh, my car insurance, it's a lot, you know. He was trying to get me to pay for his car insurance. And I looked at him. The Italian in me looked at him. I'm like, this nigga's crazy. Because, okay, I grew up watching my grandpa, who's Italian, take care of my grandma. So it's not normal for me to see a guy asking me for money. Automatically, I'm going to disrespect you if you ask me for money. Deadass, you know. So I looked at him. I'm like, is he serious? Is he trying to play into my emotion? Is he using emotional leverage? Okay. And then I started calling him bitch and all of this, and I started posting it on YouTube. You know, if you are going to use my emotions against me, then it's fair game. You know, who are you to abuse a woman? You know, it's not okay. You know, if I called you a bitch ass nigga, then I'ma do it. You know, because you are a bitch ass nigga if you do shit like that. With the money that I have, with the money that he tried to finesse me, guess what I did? I got myself pretty and I went out because he was expecting me to stay at home and cry over him. You know, again, because he played a lot of mind games. And it's funny to me because an ugly guy should not play that kind of games, you know. If my husband played this kind of games, you know what I mean, which he does, and it's sexy as fuck, by the way. But if an ugly guy does that, especially if I know you're using me for my looks, I'm gonna ignore you, you know. If you're using me for my status reason, for my family tree and all of that stuff, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna go and do me. I'm gonna get prettier, and I'm gonna go get a guy that's mixed like me, okay? I think it's like a status thing, because like I asked my dad one day and I'm like, Dad, do you know this guy? He's from South Sudan. He's like, no, I don't know him. And looking back, because my dad knows everybody in the Sudanese community, so he was saying I don't know in a subliminal way, like I don't know his name, meaning he is not well respected, so you should stay away from him. That's what my dad was saying looking back. I was 23, okay? And I'm like, Abba, in Arabic, right? I said, Abba, تعرف الولد اسمه blah, 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 right? He's like, لا, أنا ما بعرفه. And I mean, no, I don't know him, you know. Arab dads do that shit. Anyways, so, it's funny. Yeah. Anywho, like I said, you know, my dad, that's where I got, like, my Saudi Arabia side from. It's normal in this culture, like, to take care of, you know, their women and stuff. He does have Indian in him, right? So he took care of me. My dad took care of me until I got married. And same with my dad and my brother. Like, my whole family didn't trust any guy until I met my husband, you know. And by the way, my husband has Semitic in him, so he understands. So he does have, like, I'm not sure if Jewish or Semitic, but still like part of the Middle East, right? So he gets the jealous part of me. So I get really jealous, he gets really jealous, so we understand, right? So like we respect our jealousies, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like we don't disrespect each other and like make each other jealous on purpose. And yeah, he does have Indian in him, you know. um yeah, so like we understand each other. And then when I say like class, like people marrying into their class, I'm talking about like mixed family, like multi-generational, that not just like, you know, current mixed, you know what I mean? You just started mixing, but we come from like, I don't know, generation back. Like we've been mixing forever, right? So same with my husband's side of the family, same with my side of the family, same with my mom's side and my dad's side, same with my husband, like that, from his mom's side and his dad's side, right? Yeah. Anyways, that's that.